Hello. So I've been thinking about something that I said in my previous video, and I want to dive deeper into it. So let's do it. So what I'm talking about is the verse Psalm 8, verse 2. Out of the mouth of babes and nursing infants you have ordained strength because of your enemies, that you may silence the enemy and the avenger. Now, I said that Jesus said this to the chief priest to silence them and let them know that the children are doing what they're supposed to be doing. But I want to know kind of what it means. So I'm going to dive into that and I'm going to tell it to you as I learn it. Oops, sorry. So yeah. So when it comes to not knowing exactly what a verse means, I go from one Bible to the next. So the Bible that I normally use is the Care and Counsel Bible in the New King James Version, but I switch over to the Life Application Study Bible in the New International Version. Because at the bottom, since it's a study version, it kind of explains things, if you know what I mean. So before I read this study section, I'm going to read the verse in this version, and then I'm going to let you know what I think it pertains to, if that makes sense. Through the praise of children and infants, you have established a stronghold against your enemies, to silence the foe and the avenger. Now, when I think about this verse, I think about immediately when it talks about the childlike faith and how the faith of children is always so much stronger than those with the faith of an adult. Now, could I be wrong? Totally. But that's why I wanted to dive into it with you. So you kind of see my study process and how I might not even know what this verse is talking about. But I'm going to go find out. And then we're going to talk about it. But I relate it to the childlike faith and how children have such big imaginations, and so they're able to believe more so in God than adults are. And that's why I'm so grateful that I was saved when I was 7 years old, because my faith was so much bigger than it is today. And I hate to say that, but it's true. So let's go to the study section and see what it says. Am I right or am I wrong? Children are able to trust and praise God without doubts or reservations. I was right. As we get older, many of us find this more and more difficult to do. Ask God to give you childlike faith, removing any barriers to have a closer walk with Him. Get in touch with this childlike quality in yourself so that you can be more expressive. Oh my gosh, I love that I got that right and that I was thinking the right thing. Now, that doesn't always happen. There are things in the Bible that I still don't understand, and I have to go to the study section, and I'm like, what in the world are you trying to tell me, Lord? Because this is not resonating in my brain. And sometimes you need to just step away from the Bible, pray, talk about it with God, listen to some worship music, and then come back and read it again. And that sometimes works for me anyways. But I love that. I love that God pointed out to the chief priests, hey, they're doing the correct thing. They're praising who they're supposed to be praising. And he silenced the enemy because he's calling them the enemy because they were trying to shut the kids up and cause an issue because they were claiming the Son of David or the Son of Man, the Son of God. Because unfortunately, those people didn't believe that believe that Jesus was actually the Messiah. But anyways, I wanted to dive in deeper with that because I wasn't sure what it was talking about, and I wanted to be sure. And I wanted to show you kind of my process. Sometimes it takes longer. Sometimes it's just like that. Sometimes it's like, okay, snap, I got it. But let's see how to explain this. I'm only well versed with stuff like that because I was a Christian at such an early age. So everyone's path to faith and salvation is totally different and is at different timelines. So don't try to rush it, but just put your trust in God and He'll let you know that like you're on the right path. But I also went to private school, Christian school, and I was in church a lot. So that's the only reason I'm able to decipher kind of what is being said so quickly and have a better understanding. But trust me, just because I have been saved since I was 7 years old does not mean I know the Bible in and out. I'm reading it through, like the whole Bible in a year for the first time in my life. I'm 28, almost 29, and I'm reading it for the first time all the way through. So just take your time, resonate, study, speak to God. He'll help you through everything. He'll give you answers. He'll give you clarity. He'll give you understanding. Excuse me, my voice is going. But yeah, so thanks for being here and going on the little journey with me to find out what that verse actually meant. I hope you have a blessed day and have a continued blessed Holy Week. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.